Hey there, Johnny Daniel, your Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. Hey, I thought I'd show you the paper pumpkin for February. This is an Easter kit, and I do have 2 kits available while supplies last. So as this is being posted, you will see a link to be able to shop for the kits. This is through me, not through Stampin' Up! If you want future kits, you do need to subscribe or do a prepaid code. So, and that's in the link as well. So, today, here are the cards we're going to be doing. Cute. All cute and pastel, ready for spring, ready for Easter, right? Okay. So, with that being said, so a paper pumpkin kit gives you all the adhesive and everything ready to go. The first subscription gives you a block, so you are set. Here are the instructions on how to do it. Comes with coordinating envelopes. They're not always cards. Excuse me. So this one, I have done some substitutions. Let me get a sip. Hold on. I have done some substitutions, as in I like the full ink pad better, and some of the glue I don't necessarily care for, so I substituted out. So just FYI for you. But shall we begin? So this one, I found this one really interesting, this card, because it's got a vanilla base to it, but a white background. You'll see in a minute. And I just found that quite interesting, actually. So, all right, so we're going to get this going. These are all punch outs that come with it. I obviously have gone ahead and done that. So we're going to grab our seal. Now with your kit, this will be the 2-sided glue dots, but up to you on what you use. If you prefer the Stampin' Seal, I do have 1 or 2 available at the booth that you can order, and if not, just tell me. It's just that simple. So we're gonna get this bunny going. We're gonna get him glued in. Now, first I gotta decorate my egg, and I got to also, let's see here, I gotta decorate my egg and do my Happy Easter. So this is Shy Shamrock. I'm just gonna go over this green and hopefully get it off of there. Okay, so there's that one. And then I'm gonna do my Happy Easter. So we're gonna stick that on there. Our pads are changing, ink pads, which I'm very happy about, by the way. I love the fact that they're going to be going to a magnetic lid, and I really love the fact that we're going to be going back to our felt pads that we had before instead of these foam ones. I find it difficult sometimes to get a really good image. So, all right, so we're gonna stick our stuff down here. And like I said, I am just following the example of what was given on that instructions sheet. If you see here, that's all I'm doing, is I'm following the directions. All right, so now I've got dimensionals. These are bigger ones. You were given some smaller ones. They work too, don't worry. Probably better than mine do. For some reason, I can't get the top of them off. Sometimes it's just what it is. And I don't understand it, but they still work. Usually they're much easier to peel. All right, so we've got that. We've got our Happy Easter. If you wanted to put a bow around the neck before you glued it down, put it around it so you don't have to fight to get it done. So just another tip for you. Okay, so we've got, okay, so that's one. And let me put my hand stamped by. Okay, or handmade by, whatever. So, okay, there's one. Second one is this cute little basket one. I've got a whole bunch of stamping to do on this one. So first and foremost, handmade. Okay, done. Now we've got the egg, another egg to go. So we're just putting the detailing on these eggs, if you're wondering. Okay, I'm gonna put that to the side. And then we've got Hello Friend, that goes on here as well. Okay, and then you got to punch out the little hole, otherwise you can't get the the twine through, the pink twine. So yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do enough to do a bow. So I'm gonna thread this through here, maybe, and we're gonna grab the end. Okay, and then we're gonna tie it just like you would a shoe. Really, really simple, right? At least in theory. We'll see how this goes. So, and then we're gonna do our loop and our over and our loop, and we're gonna pray it comes out straight. Let's see if I can pull it enough to make it straight enough to get it where I want it to be. And then if I make it a ton smaller, it'll probably flop the right way and we'll be just fine. Close enough for me. Trim my ends so they're not so long. All right, so there's that. Then I've got my basket and my eggs and all my flowers. And okay, so here's the trick, because there's usually a trick. Flip over that basket, and we're just gonna put some glue down on the back side. And here's the Y, and then this is gonna have a little bit of glue there, and then right at the top of the basket so it doesn't catch when you're putting it in the envelope. So we're gonna put our egg over that, and then we're gonna put this in here like this. Oh, I need to stamp the grass. That's what it was. So let's stamp some grass, because you can't have flowers without grass, right? So there's my grass. Now we can put everything down. All right. So I've got my basket here. I'm gonna put this right in the middle of the flowers. Simple, right? All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my dimensionals. I'm gonna finish this sheet off. It's always good to finish something, right? I don't know about you, but it feels really good when you got a whole pile of unfinished projects. It feels good to finish a couple and get them off your desk, off your plate, however you want to say that, right? So this one, we're gonna stick that here as if it's tied around the basket. And then this guy, we're gonna, all these flowers go up and around the basket. So we're gonna grab the little ones, and we're just gonna go one per. And yeah, I'm gonna be one shy, so I gotta do one more, but I don't have that many fingers. I know I have 5 fingers, but I just, for some reason, can't always get that 5th one to work. So there's that. Peeling them all. Okay. Come on. All right, so we're gonna do here, and we're gonna stick this kind of under, and we're gonna fill in kind of our holes, as it were. Okay, so there's that one. That would be the second one. And then last but not least is this Sweet Spring Greetings. So I got all kinds of pieces and parts, right? All right, so we're gonna stamp our Sweet Spring Greetings. Make sure on this one there is stitch, like a piercing on that. Make sure it's up the right way, so that way you see the stitching if you want to. Okay, so there's that one. I think that's it for the stamping, except for my handmade off the back of the card. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I gotta grab more dimensionals. I ran out, remember? So let me get some more. So we're gonna grab, oh, these are little. All right, that's okay. We'll just grab the sheet we're working on. So I'll just grab and put 4 down. I would have still put 4 down if it would big, if they were bigger, so it's not like I changed much. We'll just say it that way. So we're gonna stick this down in the middle here. Now here's my trick, okay? So I'm gonna grab my corner, and I'm gonna grab my corner, and I'm not gonna cover my words, but then I've got stickies that I want covered, correct? So what I'm gonna do is I got my stickies all covered, and then that way I've got everything done, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go here. That covered the greetings up. Oh well. And we're gonna go there. Okay. Where's my stickies? I still feel a little bit. Anyways. And then I've got a couple of these guys that I'm gonna put around. Let's put a couple more. Just that simple. And that is my last card. Let's close this up before we put anything in it, like my fingers. And then we've got all the coordinating envelopes. Aren't these cute? So here's 1. Here's 2. See if you did the twine, how you gotta put it around the neck ahead of time. And then here's that last one. So just wanted to show you the paper pumpkin. This is 30 bucks. And if you pick it up, there's no additional shipping and no additional tax. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy and have a great day. Bye-bye.